the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, catching up with the Gators head coach pregame. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation. And now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Gators headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Compton. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Tavian St. Clair caught. It's Pringle.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Canes can really attack on this second and short. The run inside. It's Pringle. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? That ball is live in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Just gets rid of that one.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
to go on second down. Making the adjustment. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're all over it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Back to pass, it's Myers. Got his man on the right. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here. Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the pick. Was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Working the ground game. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Look out! Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Changing the routes with his receivers. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds the tight end. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Throwing St. Clair. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
From the gun on third down, St. Clair. Left side is Compton. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. St. Clair to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try to pop the draw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Gator! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Out wide right, it's Moore. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. St. Clair. He's going to take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Throws to the tight end. Gets a hand in there.
Well, they're trying to hit the tight end on a corner throw downfield. Nice job defensively running with the big fella and knocking it away.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd Not just a first down, he wants a touchdown. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Tavian St. Clair fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. A 1st and 10 for this offense. On the draw, it's Compton. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sets his feet, it's St. Clair. Rush right in his face. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Running inside, it's Pringle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down, St. Clair. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense, take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
Making the adjustment on the play. Back to pass, it's Meyer. Meyer's on the move. Intercepted, oh, what a play. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. From inside the 10, here he comes. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to pass on second down. Moving out to the right. Finds his big tight end. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Under pressure. He sacked this defense all over him.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing St. Clair. Right side, it's Compton. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's St. Clair. Oh, pressure's coming. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The kick is on its way. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to throw one first. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a...
Snags it, and he's open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Gators come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They're going back to the ground. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll give it to him again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air. It's Myers. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got the first down. Still running at the 40. Lots of room to run. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Canes. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Going deep. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this, I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking left. Got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. The AT unit on the field. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Keeps it moving, it's Pringle. Turning it on. Past the 6. Bust through behind his pad. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
St. Clair. He lets it fly. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Out wide left, it's Compton. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Hurricanes are flying down the field. Hits inside, it's Compton. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tavian St. Clair. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Hauls it in. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing St. Clair. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This really has been a tale of two quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dropping back, it's Myers. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense gets set for second down. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? St. Clair got him downfield. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They're all over it. Touchdown, Miami! Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming.
And with that score, they now tie the game. The extra point will give them the lead. Maybe they'll be able to take that lead in at halftime. That is huge for their momentum. That touchdown, massive for their confidence as well. And they're going to have to make a few tweaks here at halftime. They're going to have to do things a little bit differently in the second half. But no doubt about it, that touchdown was huge for this offense.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with